What's going on YouTube? This is Carcresta, and as you can tell from the title, this is the ILMOS deck build that I played recently. So, little backstory on the deck first for you guys who are new to the channel. The deck is called ILMOS because it stands for In Loving Memory of Stratos. I made a deck when Stratos got banned, like pretty much as soon as that happened, because I don't know, I just want to make a theme deck, and it turned out to be a really, really good deck. The deck revolves around Hanzo, Mirmo, and Mageline. All cards, when you normal summon them, they add a card from your deck to your hand. Basically Stratos. This guy searches out Super Poly. This person searches out Trap, but if you special it, you pop a back row, which is another Stratos effect. And Stratos searches out monsters, so you got this to search out monsters to keep your monster engine going. This is basically a one-card gadget engine in the way that this deck kind of plays it. So, the meta is really, really hectic. It's really fast and stuff like that. I honestly didn't think that this deck would do very well, because in theory, the deck relies a lot on its extra deck, so Shock Fusion goes off. Burning Abyss has their Karma Cuts and Phoenix Wings, which is annoying as hell. And so Telenites have their Counter Trap, which is annoying as hell. So I didn't think this deck would do that well. I was wrong. The deck actually did really, really good. Granted, it's a locals. Yeah, so another tidbit on my channel. I don't go to locals that often because there's not a locals nearby for like a 30-minute drive. There is one, but it's really, really, really small. And it's just basically all casuals. So last sneak peek. My friend decided to go to the sneak peek, so I went with him. Instead of having a sneak peek tournament, we just had a regular tournament. I brought ILMOS because it's the only deck I have. Only deck. Sucks. Until Heroes come out, which then I will have Heroes. But for now, all I just have is ILMOS. So, I played ILMOS, and I played against Telenites, Bound Boxers, GBs, Shadows, and Burning Abyss. I played against basically three of the big meta. Well, all the meta. I beat the Telenites, I beat Stratos, beat Gladiator Beasts, and beat the Bound Boxers. Not in that order, but I beat them. Last round it was against Burning Abyss, and I lost. It was a good game, like really, 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 really close game. And I did a lot better than that against that deck than I thought it would. So, the deck is actually pretty good. I went X1 at the end of the day. Again, granted it's a locals, but it did better than I thought, which is something to say about the deck. So, yeah. So, in regards to the future of the deck, I honestly don't think it's going to be good anymore. Sorry to say, ILMOS' time has passed. Because, mainly Cliff-Offs. The main cool card in the deck is Ninja Super Transformation. And with ruling with the card, I can't... If I Ninja my Hanzo, and their Cliff-Off monster, their Pendulum monster goes into the extra deck. And I can only count 4 because of only Hanzo. Because their monster did not technically go into the graveyard, so I cannot scan their monster to switch out my bigger level monsters. So that means I can only switch out my level 4. Granted, you can play more level 4 targets for Ninja Super Transformation, but they're all pretty bad against Cliff-Offs. Like, Guaiba's never going to run anything over. Hammerhead's never... It's not going to ever be useful to bounce back your Pendulum monsters back to your hand. There's really nothing I could think of that would justify you playing Super Transformation. There might be a card, I just haven't really looked it up because I honestly lost motivation to. So, since Cliff-Offs are coming out, and it's going to be everywhere, I don't think the deck's going to be that good. And for those players who decide to play Cliff-Off Killer, the deck doesn't have any outs to that. At all. Because it's mostly traps. You could actually have Warning on it. That's really it. The only other out I can think of is like Thrasher, Hanzo, Excalibur. But they play Skill Drain and they play traps too. So I don't think ILMOS is going to be good anymore as long as Cliff-Offs are going to be everywhere. Sadly. Sad. Anyway, so that's why I decided to give this deck one last hoorah and show you guys the deck profile, and you guys can have fun with it. Or just, just make it for yourself because the deck is really, really fun and really, really good against things that aren't Cliff-Osts. Again, I might be wrong, because I was wrong against Satel Knights, like Burning Abyss, and Stratos. Deck actually has a good match against them, but they're getting buffs next set, so I'm not even sure if that's going to be that case again. Cliff-Osts, I haven't actually playtested against it. It's all Therio. Yeah. So anyway, let's get on with the deck profile. I've been talking way too much, so enjoy. Alright, to get started off, we have the main core of the deck. 3 Hanzos, 3 Murmelos, and 3 Magdalenes. Stratos. For those of you guys who don't know, basically you normal summon a level 4 to search, and then you protect it, you summon another level 4, search, then you exceed into Imp, and then you search for Mask Chameleon, Kagetokage, and either Kagetokage. I have thought about playing Performapal Whip Snake, because that seems like a really cool card to play with Ragnar Zero. Some cool wombo combo plays. But I don't have one, so I can't really do that. So, one of the main plays you want to make in this deck is to make King of Pharaoh Imps, protect it for a turn, and then search again on your next turn. The way you do that is you normal summon level 4, like one of these two. You can special Kagetokage, and then search out another Kagetokage. Essentially, you upgraded your monster into a 2300 beater and protect it for a turn. If you survive, you get another plus Mask Chameleon. Or you can just have like her, protect her for a turn, normal summon her, then do that. Or you can go the fast route and play 2 Thrashers. Special, normal, exceed, search, protect it for a turn, search, normal summon, make a Synchro War Ring 4. And it's a light for BLS. That cool guy. And then you have Hanzo, who searches out the Super Transformation and Jutsu Art. The targets for that to turn into is White Dragon Ninja, Redox, and Hyper Hammerhead. Ironically speaking, this is probably the best card of the 3, because he's a standalone card that bounces X-Rec monsters back to the extra deck. And yeah. Bouncing back to extra deck is a lot better than destroying nowadays. You know how it is. This is the big beater protecting your back row, and this is also another target for Ninja Sword to like just transform into either these two. And this one extends your plays because you play a lot of Earths. And you side deck Valor so you can synchro into that too. So that's the monsters for the deck. Traps, we have 2 Ninja Sword Transformation. The targets for Traptrix Murmelo. I will play Space Time Trap Hole for this one, but I don't have one, so I play 2 Nightmares. Vanity's Emptiness, cool card to play with White Dragon Ninja. Venus Chain, Call Haunted to trigger like special summon effects of Murmelo, or just bring back your Chaos Source, bring back your BLS, or special your tuner, and then Synchro. Cool things like that. And then pop it with Scrap Dragon. And Anti-Spell Fragrance. The deck doesn't really play many spells, while the whole entire meta, besides Burning Abyss, plays a lot of spells. Like Rhoda, Shaw Fusion, Upstart Goblin. Especially works against Upstart Goblin, because they gotta set it, wait a turn, activate it, I gain 1,000, and if they have drawn to another Upstart Goblin, because they usually play 3, or if they just draw into another spell, their turn is slowed down by like 2 turns, plus the other spells that they have in hand. So as long as you slow them down for 1 turn, that's really all you need. Some Warning, 2 Deep Prisons, Breakthrough Skill, and Torrential Tribute. It's a ton of traps. And then the spells, 3 Rhoda. I play a Hobby, Ultra, and a Common, so they can stack differently. There's that theory. But, truth be told, I would rather play 3 Hobbies because they look cooler. But one of my friends is currently borrowing a Hobby from me, and hasn't given it back to me. So I'm doing this ratio here. 2 Supply Squads. I used to play 3, but then I found out that they clog really, really bad. Super clog. So I took out 1. It worked out a lot better. And yeah, basically you turn your floaters into floaters, so you can draw into more floaters. Duality, Allure, and this is actually Regeki. For the tournament, I borrowed a Regeki and had to give it back, so Regeki. Helps rogue decks keep up with the faster decks and get stuff off the field that's annoying, like Majesty's Fiend, which is very annoying for this deck. So yeah, not that many spells, so it doesn't really conflict with anti-spell fragrance. But usually if you're smart, you activate your anti-spell fragrance after you've activated all your spells. So yeah. The extra deck, 1 King of Feral Imps, the Super Searcher, Tiramisu, Castell, 101, Black Shit. I would play 2 Castells, but I don't have 2 Castells, so I'm playing Black Ship instead. Yeah, just basically try to make this guy last, because he's like the coolest one out of like these guys. And plus, like, you have Tiramisu, which is kind of sort of like a better Castell. Meh. Crazy Blocks for the skill drains, and for like, if you're losing and you have no way to get out of it, like at all, make Crazy Blocks, and then, I'm not going to say you always win out of it, but he helps me get out of games which I otherwise would have lost. Heartland Draco combos with Supply Squad, Cowboy, Dweller, Rhapsody, Roach, and Ragna Zero. So that's the Exceeds. And got to put the Stratos on top. Then the Synchros, Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, and Red Dragon. I used to play Stardust, but then like, you kind of figure that they don't really, the meta doesn't really revolve around destroying anymore. So Stardust never actually really like helps. So I'm playing Red Dragon Archfiend because he's cooler. He hasn't actually helped yet, to be perfectly honest. He's just kind of cool. Side deck. I don't actually have many good side deck cards. I kind of just threw together cards that might have worked. Like stuff that was just lying around my house. Because I only go to that many locals, so I don't have any like Shadow Prisonings, Line Prisonings, and all that cool fancy stuff. Which, by the way, the deck can play both Shadow and Line Prisoning. So it's kind of cool. So if you can do that, go for it. But I have DD Word Lady, because I play 3 Rotas. Falsadina for Earth. Hand Traps, I got 2 Maxis, 2 Veilers, and DD Crow. All Lights, Darks, and Earths to help with the synergy of the deck. Traps, got the Black Horn of Heaven, 2 Mirmillo targets against Shaddolls. And because I side deck Falsadina, I want more protection cards, so I protect him with another Deep Prison and 1 copy of Mirror Force. Just make sure he stays alive long enough for me to stun them. And 3 MSTs, because it's MST. Again, not the best side deck, so don't like copy this. Just do whatever your meta decides, like what's a good meta side deck call. So yeah, that's the build I was playing for the event. Well, not event. Sorry, I can't recall that. This is locals, but it worked out pretty well. Yeah, Squad Crest is signing out.